what's up, YouTube? My name is Andres Rico. Welcome to Invested with Andres. For this first video, I wanted to do a recap of my life, how's it been, and everything that has impacted me to this moment to be here right now in the position that I am. So, first of all, I want to welcome you guys to this channel. I want to welcome everybody to this journey that we're gonna take in getting knowledge about finance, getting knowledge about so many things that you really need to build when you're young. Because when you're old, you really see the value in them. Right now, you don't because like most people, don't really have a huge, like a big salary, like my kind of people. Like 19 to 22, like 18, 19. I'm 19 years old, so like that gap of age. We're not millennials, but we're like over teenagers, and we really need to start building our wealth right now. My story is I moved to the United States when I was 15 years old. For so many reasons, I had to move here that I'm not gonna get into too deep into it. But when I first got here, I saw the opportunity for me to success. So I traveled from Florida to Connecticut in my car, in my mom's car. We bought a little 2016 2008 Volkswagen Jetta. No, it was Passat. Volkswagen Passat, and we drove from Naples, Florida, to Denver, Connecticut. I started my freshman year of high school in Denver High. It was a pretty rough transition for me. However, I decided my family, I say I, but this was my family. We decided to move to Washington Depot in Connecticut. It's a very, very small town and not a lot of people know about. So I want you guys to know, like, that northeast town that is like desolated and perfect, and that only people from New York that has a lot of money come here to be able to, I don't know, a summer house and that kind of stuff, because I don't know, they have so much money they want to invest it here, and because taxes are lower here in Connecticut than they are in New York. So that kind of town, that's where I live at. It's very small, very pretty, and as you guys can see, it's a very simple and very plain town. So my high school experience was pretty amazing overall. It was some rough times that I had to go through. However, everybody was amazing with me, and everybody was so kind and respectful to me that I really value everybody. And the most important thing that they did for me was help me to go to college, because I really didn't think that I was going to be able to have a higher education. And a good thing for that that school is known for is that most, like, my class was 89% of us that got to college, and in a high school that covers three or four small towns, it's pretty remarkable that so many kids were able to aspire to a higher education. I know people that are very skeptical about college, and I decided to go because I believe that education is one of the things that you really should value in your life, that it really helps you understand how the world works. I'm just a fanatic of history, I'm a fanatic of mathematics, and I'm a fanatic of all this stuff. It really isn't connected to wealth. One of my mentors is Dan Lok, and he criticizes how a professor is able to talk to and speak to a class about how is this going to help you to your wealth and how it's going to help you in your life. And when they're broke, literally broke, because being a teacher in the United States or in any country, it's really not a high paying job. And it's really hard to just be able to understand education and understand these professors. And but I really value education. I really value having an opinion, having an argument with somebody. And I don't believe that everybody should go to college because it's so expensive, and if really people is not going to value the education that they're getting, it's really a waste of your time, a waste of the professor's time, and a waste of money here in the US because it is pretty expensive. The the education, it's pretty expensive, and you guys know this. It's not a joke. It is so expensive that you have no idea. People live with those debts for their entire lives, and they carry that debt. The student debt is $1 trillion debt that the population has, and I don't think that's right. So that's kind of my background story a little bit, how I got from high school to college, and the next thing I'm gonna tell you guys is how I'm able to sit right here and talk to you about finances. It's not because I have millions of dollars, not because I have properties in real estate, it's not because I have 30 credit cards that I'm gonna show you. It's not because I have millions in the bank or because I trade stocks every day or something crazy like that. It's because I think for people of the common, very represented with me that we are in the middle class section in the wealth gap, and you have to start being able to build your wealth when you're young, and that's something that really hit me when I started watching so many YouTube videos of finance with Graham Stephan, Dave, and Brian Young. These guys are amazing, and if you really want to see content that is to build wealth, if you really want to watch a channel to build wealth and to manage credit cards and manage finance, sell stocks, and to prevent fallouts from the stock market, to be able to rack up 1,000,000 points in credit cards, all this stuff, these channels are amazing for you, and I really recommend them. However, I really want to give the perspective of someone that doesn't have a lot of millions of dollars, but it's gonna get there someday. And I really think that all of this knowledge that I'm gaining right now is gonna pay off at some point, and I want to share with you guys and learn with the process. That's my first task, to be able to give you guys a perspective of someone that is building himself to the things that are gonna come in the future. So I'm gonna post this in the weeks that we're in quarantine. So as you guys know, I'm not gonna say the disease that we're facing, but uh, it's a very scary time, and it's really there are really no words to be able to explain what our position as people we live in the U.S. are living right now. The economy is plumbing down. We have worked 10 years to be able to build the economy how well it was 4 weeks ago, but I think we have faced so many rocks in history that this is just gonna be a rock that we're gonna step up. Even though it doesn't matter who is in the White House or the senators that are fighting right now for the $2 trillion bill that is going on right now. I really think that matters a lot because America was built on values, and it was built on hard work. And I know the American people, and I consider myself an American because I pay taxes. So that's a joke. Okay, never mind. Um, I consider myself an American even though I wasn't born here, but I feel so connected with the American people, and I feel connected to the culture of the Americans. and I really think it's very valuable that we stay together, we stay unified. We just gotta work things through and to support one another and do our part, because it's really hard when people doesn't really do their job, the job that they're supposed to be doing. So for everybody out there, please stay safe. Stay safe. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Just be safe and stay safe. So guys, thank you very very much for watching this story. I know it's it's not the best quality videos. It's not the best content you can find. However, I just really want to give you my perspective, my point of views, my history, and all of these things that we're gonna start building up together. So thank you very much, guys.